Ladies and gentlemen, all information government, they're confused. They're confused. They're not direct to protect society. Them, they use the power only, like a politician. The information, look how they're confused. They close job, and some jobs they open. Some jobs they open. People they're building, they open. They're building. Hairdress. This is a confused. Them they have to work a little bit. Restaurant is a confused. They have to take to make food, take away to deliver the food to people inside the house. This is the restaurant that people they deliver the food. Them the special they can't get this sickness. Now when they don't have sickness, when they deliver the food to people inside the house, they sick, they have this sickness. They're not going to get this disease. This is the information confused. Restaurant, hairdresser, they touch everywhere. Now machine they cut in the body. They cut in the body, they can get an infection about blood. And they touch with the arm. Now when they talk to us, we don't touch each other. Don't touch in the face. Don't touch each other in the arm. Don't kiss each other. Meaning when they single hairdresser, they have to walk a little bit, meaning they confuse what they're talking. We don't touch each other. Hairdresser, they touch them everywhere. The special with them, they can get this disease. Now these people, they go there to cut hair. Them they go there, they special, they don't have this disease to make them this disease. This all information, they confuse. To close the job, some job to work. When you writing, you are writing like you do job yourself. You writing a story. Yes, this you can do. You can go to your office. You open it. You go inside it. You do your job. No, you are not going to meet anybody to talk with her. Now every job, when you have to meet people, they confuse. Every job, you know, when you're going to meet people, to talk with the people, they confuse you. I know when they're not going to get this medicine about this sickness, they start to go back and follow us how we talking. Like before I talk, we have to be patient, to respect each other, to teach each other. They solve us problem. Need to stop everything. They're not going to solve us problem. And to close everything, na them they're not going to solve us problem. When government have power, when he decided to say he have to close everything. He have to close everything. Information, them they challenge information. Them they talk information and they put again another information. They challenge them. They're not direct to do what to do something to protect society. Now I hear before they checked children 7 years they get he have this disease, and the same children they have to go to school. And I hear restaurant yesterday they check someone he have this disease, and they say no, they have to deliver the food to people. Government, the politicians, they challenge society, they challenge them herself. Okay, I talk before I talk to respect each other. Now, and I talk to cleaning city, these trees, they bring coffee through, not cause more problem, this sickness. Now, State Council, he give him bribe premier, him to stop people not to go anywhere, to leave this rubbish in the city. Is it true? Don't say I'm talk lie. State Council now in him he get power to say I'm not going to cleaning this city. All politicians, everything they confuse information. Now, if you give them information is the true, they look with the true. No, they say no. Me, I have power. I have to use my power. Now is this. Everybody he talk about sickness. Why you close? Why you do this? They don't want to take this information. Power they use. The same with City Council. We talk this cleaning city, make the city clean. Now he give him mayor city, bribe him to say don't go in the city, don't be anywhere. This is the confused. I touch 3 videos. I touch news videos, and I touch before another 2 videos. I talk about trees, and I touch another video. I talk to be patient, to respect each other. I know in the future when they not get medicine, they start to follow us to understand when we talk to.
COVID-19 testing expanded to include health and aged care workers. Flight Centre stands down almost 4,000 Australian staff. And the Australian man charged over the Christchurch mosque shootings pleads guilty to all charges. Hello and welcome to ABC News. I'm Ross Childs. Australia's death toll from coronavirus has risen to 11. 2 men in their 70s died in Victoria overnight, while a 68-year-old man died in Queensland yesterday. Let's go through the major developments today. In Australia, there are now more than 2,600 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The rate rise is still of deep concern. The National Cabinet has agreed to significantly expand coronavirus testing, but under the new guidelines, some people with symptoms still won't be eligible. Flight Centre has announced it'll stand down 3,800 workers in Australia. It's one of the many companies doing so as a result of the COVID-19 crisis. Queensland and South Australian schools will become student-free in the coming weeks, but will remain open for the children of essential workers. The New South Wales government is blocking all passengers from leaving cruise ships until tough new border protections are put in place. 7 passengers on the Artania cruise ship, which is sitting off Fremantle, have tested positive for coronavirus. The vessel has no Australian passengers or crew on board. The federal government has lifted its restrictions on hairdressers and barbers, scrapping the rule that haircuts needed to take less than 30 minutes. And on the global front, the death toll has broken through 20,000. The number of confirmed cases will likely hit 500,000 in the next 24 hours. There'll be more deaths in Spain than now in China. More than 700 people died yesterday alone in Spain. Millions of Americans will soon receive checks in the mail after politicians reached a deal on the biggest economic rescue package in US history. And Prince Charles, the 71-year-old heir to the British throne, has tested positive for coronavirus. It's understood his symptoms are mild. Buckingham Palace says the Queen is in good health. Well, Victoria has recorded its first deaths from the coronavirus. Reporter James Hancock has more from Melbourne.
Unusually quiet here in central Melbourne this morning. It seems that most people are taking the advice of authorities and staying home if they can to stop the spread of coronavirus. For those who are here this morning, City Council workers have been through this area spraying disinfectant and giving everything a good wipe down. Victoria has recorded its first deaths from coronavirus. The state's Chief Health Officer, Dr. Brett Sutton, delivering the grim news on radio this morning. He says that 2 men were aged in their 70s, dying overnight from the virus. It brings the national death toll from coronavirus to 11. There have been 7 deaths in New South Wales. And late yesterday, a second death was recorded in Queensland. A 68-year-old man from Toowoomba, west of Brisbane. That man picked up the virus on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. That ship docked in Sydney last week. The man was in intensive care, but he died yesterday afternoon. The news coming through overnight. Queensland Health says that that man had a serious existing medical condition. The number of coronavirus cases continues to grow as well. In Victoria, so far there have been 520 confirmed cases of coronavirus, up 54 on yesterday. But the number is much higher in New South Wales, 1,219 cases now, up 190 cases overnight. Victoria Police has also revealed that about 200 of its officers are in quarantine due to coronavirus. It says for the officers who are still at work, well, they are putting in place extra cleaning measures for police vehicles and also police stations. Victoria Police says it's taking very seriously the provision of face masks and hand sanitisers.
Shut us down is the message being issued by the largest hairdressing chain in Australia. Just Cut CEO Dennis McFadden says it's dangerous for stalls to stay open during the coronavirus crisis, and he's pleading for the government to intervene. It follows the relaxation of some rules around how hairdressers work. Political reporter Stephanie Boris joins us now from Canberra. Hi, Steffi. So what's prompted the Just Cut CEO to issue this plea?
Good afternoon, Ros. Well, initially hairdressers were told from today that they could only have clients in the store for 30 minutes before they would need to leave. And this was all around trying to slow down the spread of coronavirus by keeping groups at a very much a minimum. However, National Cabinet met last night. That's the state and territory leaders as well as the Prime Minister. And they looked at this particular rule and they said due to feedback about the practical implementation of that measure, they would scrap it. So what it means is now that clients can go into hairdressers and stay for as long as they need, provided that they follow those social distancing measures. Now, this flip has been welcomed by Labor, but the reversal has been blasted by the founder and CEO of Just Cuts, which has about 2,500 staff across the Australian network. The CEO says he wants all of the hairdressing stores closed because at the moment the health of workers and clients are at risk.
Does this make sense? I'm touching this client's hair and our stylists are doing this every day. We need the government now to shut us down. When that happens, there will be a safety net for our stylists, and also the landlords might be sympathetic to the rents that we're going to be paying. I plead for the state and federal governments to consider that this is dangerous.
Stephanie, further changes have also been made to how many people can attend a funeral.
That's right, Ros. So this week we were told that only 10 people can attend a funeral. Once again, this is about trying to reduce the number of large gatherings in Australia. However,
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody have to talk about this sickness. When you are not talking about this, or everybody talking about this sickness, they're not going to reduce sickness, and they're not going to solve a problem with this sickness. This sickness, they're not allowed to put law. They're not allowed to put law about sickness. We have to respect each other and to protect each other. When they put law, already this law, they're not going to reduce this sickness. They're going to bring more another power, another people, to cause another people this sickness. And they use about law. They use about law. This is the sickness. Now they knew. Everybody looking how they come. Everybody looking how they come. No anybody now understand how they come. Now they see when you close with someone, you have this sickness, we will get this sickness. When you touch with someone, you have this sickness, you'll have this sickness. When you close with these people, you have this sickness, you'll have this sickness. Now, they're going to bring society to abuse each other. To abuse each other. Now, they're not going to solve us this sickness. We have to be patient. Second, we have to respect each other. Third, we have to teach each other. To teach each other. They bring us to think we can protect each other this sickness. To put law, they're not going to stop this sickness. To put law, people they have to test. They have to, when they're not testing, is illegal. They're not going to solve this sickness. Now they're going to be two parts. Power. Some people to get this sickness, to use the power them to get sickness, to put him, to take him in people they have sick and they don't have sick. I have a lot of evidence. When HIV they come, AIDS they come, people they start to scare. When they know these people have HIV, they start to abuse them. Not to close with them, to scare them. Some of the parents, they don't want to care them, they scare them. They cause a lot of problem. People, they start, when they understand we have HIV, he started to going to share, he go another village to share to another people. They don't have one him, he said, I share them. They cause a lot of problem, not to teach each other. I remember, like a silly guy in my country, when they get this sickness, one guy was a student, he go Uganda, he starts to teach people about this sickness. To teach them. People, they start to understand how they can fighting this sickness. this AIDS. Now, as we start to look, this sickness they come, we start to say, hey, don't go there, don't go there, don't come here, don't do this. Now we start to put law, don't do this, don't do this. Already they're not going to solve us problems, they're going to bring us a lot of problems. To teach each other, when you to teach each other good way, there is solve a problem. Now when we teach people, society bad way, they cause a lot of problem. Now you're going to believe in doctor way he can have this sickness. You can't, when they say don't touch someone, now you believe in this machine. When they test someone you have sick and they come they test to you, you are not going to get this sick. You are not going to get this sick. Why is the machine one they test? Now they cause a problem. They're going to be guns. Society they're going to make this sick like a guns. Now we have to teach each other. To teach each other, not to put laws. They're not going to solve this problem. All we have to try, doctors they have to try to look in medicine. All country to try to look in medicine. Like AIDS when they come, they start to looking at medicine. All some people bush, they start to looking at medicine. Doctors, the English education, they start to looking at medicine. Now this they can bring us this sick to reduce this sick. When they start put law and this sickness they start to be guns. They start to be guns and we have a lot of sickness, they do not put law. We have HIV, they use HIV like a guns to share, they use AIDS like a guns, they never put law. This is they come to scale, to start to scale, they cause us problem. Okay, wait, when they start to put law, you know, some people we talking. When we talking, they talking like we joking, we joking. Look, history is the abuses people, a lot of families that abuses her children, her sisters, government that abuses her sisters about AIDS. Not close with them to teach them. Now when we start to say, put them in a camp, be inside, don't go outside, don't do this. In the future, we're going to remember what problem we caused. We did to cause more problem, this sickness not finish, and it cause people they don't have sickness to have sickness. I'm not going to believe this sickness. Doctor he's going to check you, now you'll find na him he have this sickness. Why this sickness? They no choose who is. And when the doctor he finding we have a sickness, he's not going. He can't tell another. He's going to use his sickness like a gun. Now we have to teach each other like before. When you hear, you feel like this, call We call emergency. This is the solve us problem. Law in sickness, they're not going to solve problem. They cause more problem. Okay, bye, sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, AB's news. I have a question I want to ask Premier and Town Council Melbourne. Premier Melbourne. And State Council Melbourne. I start with the Premier. Premier, this is my question I ask him. He have a responsibility to think he can force city of Melbourne trees in the city to think they can move these trees to put another good trees. This is her responsibility to single her city to make city clean. Now Premier, he waiting these trees, season to come, they bring flu and the coffee and to mix in this disease, to cause more they to bring this disease, and them to come together with this. This is my question. Premier, I have a responsibility to single her city, single he can make her city clean, not trees only, not straw building. This is her responsibility to stop, not to straw building, to look in another place. To think they can put another place. They don't have building to put a new building to make another new city, another part. This is all our responsibility. This is another question. When we were voting, we were voting him, he promised us. And he put her daughter, now her son. He said he's going to protect her son and her daughter to think they can respect them. Now he waiting when they start to vote again to promise this, and he know how her city. All of this problem, he have this problem in the fire. Now him he have responsibility about this fire. They been na him he have this is the responsibility. He fighting to protect them. People they hang on them. He don't know na him is the responsibility. Women they kill them and the children. He don't know with the responsibility. People distressed na him is don't understand na him he have the responsibility as city to say they don't have this problem. This is my question. I ask Premier. Now these trees always they bring coffee and flu. And is not one year we're talking about these trees. Now they're waiting. This season they're going to come. These trees to bring coffee and flu to mix it with this disease. They protect these trees they're going these trees they're going to protect disease in society. Already na them they bring this disease. This is my question to him and the town council. You have lot they blame these trees. Now you waiting these trees season to come to mix with these trees, with this disease. They protect society this disease. This is my question. City of Melbourne. And already, City of Melbourne, you waiting to vote you. When you are not correct this mistake, we waiting you will vote. Us will going to waiting you to see what you're going to promise us to make us take it in. To think how to read they can protect society in the street. We waiting you. Campaign will do campaign together. I do campaign for you to vote you. You thinking about fine only. Fine only. You will not protect society to these trees. And already they are going to mix with this disease. And they're not going to protect this disease. This is why na them they bring coffee and the flu. They bring coffee and the flu. Okay, Abis. Ask this question, City of Melbourne and the Premier. And again, I was in the bathroom. I was not hear good news. I hear Premier he put new law. I hear new law. I don't know what he been against. I'm not hearing good. Now I hear money. We put fine 20,000. And I wait news they report again to news. They no put again. Premier, when you're going to put fine to charge some society 20,000, you have to know which income they get. And you put fine. Now this 20,000, you want to charge people they don't have a job 20,000. Now if people they work, they have a job. I know a lot of job. Like a cleaning, lot of factory the job. I never see. I see. Lot of factory. No anybody he get fortnight 30,000, 3,000 fortnight. Now you find you put 20,000. You think this is not going to bring distress society? This fine? They're not going to bring society fine, so distress? To charge someone 20,000 fine, and the income is never get this money? We don't say we're not allowed to charge fine. When you're going to charge fine, you have to know your society how much they get money. To me, this is the punishment. I'm not here good. This is the ABC. They know what the ABC. They know what you been new law you put to charge to 20,000. Them to ask you question. To ask you question. We vote you to protect us, to protect society, not to abuse them. When you're going to put fine, to know your society, to understand the income your society, income they get, Sorry, ABC, I don't understand it. Na fine what he charged this fine. I been in the bathroom, I hear fine on the end of the fine. I hear and they talk to 20,000 fine. Now we talk to you to sing this law, to destroy this law, to charge fine people 20,000 fine. Okay, bye.